Hey everyone, Matt Pisarcik from Emporium.com coming at you today for a dive into the world of synthetic brushes. Well, I want to start off immediately with my bias that I am not the biggest fan ever of synthetic. That's just my bias. It's where I'm coming from. I want you to know it's not because I'm a hater. It's because I love some backbone, some serious backbone. So if you're looking for the big, scrubby backbone feel of a traditional badger brush like this, you may want to stop the video because that's not what you're going to get. But what you are going to get from any of these synthetics is a wonderfully soft, very luscious, premium, soft, tender experience. I say that because truth be told, the world of synthetic brushes, the hair, it comes out of the same factories as makeup brushes. So if you've never felt one of these in person, I want you to first and foremost think about your wife's or girlfriend's or significant other's makeup brush. Maybe you've been in the grocery store, the pharmacy, and you saw a makeup brush and you just kind of slowly just walked by and touched it just to see what it's like. That's kind of what these feel like. They have that soft, uber, very fine shaft feel. They are very different than the world of badger brushes, where it has got this backbone, it's got this scrubby, this spiky, this pokey feel. But I like that. Now there is one of the brushes that I did pick out for today's video is the closest I've ever felt. And we'll get to that. We'll get that in 1 second. Just hold up. I know you're excited. One does approximate it, but by and large, the world of synthetic brushes, I'm actually surprised more than anything of how popular they've become. So much so that there are even some retail companies or some manufacturers that refuse to use badger now, that badger hair is almost seen as a dirty product, animal cruelty or humane kind of a thing. I always tell people, look, just like how we have leather shoes and leather belts and leather whatever, purses and wallets, that's because people are eating cows and then we just use the leather to use the whole animal. And it's the same way in the badger industry. The badgers are raised for their meat in China, and then their hair is a byproduct of that. So it's using the whole animal. It's recycling, really. But I didn't want to dive too far, but I guess that would be the first thing. If you were coming to me in my store and you wanted to know about synthetic, I'd say, first, do you want the scrubby or the soft? You're not going to get both. Okay, but we're just going to take a quick look. I'll go right on the line looking at these. Phoenix Artisan has been in the shaving world for over 10 years, probably closer to 14 or 15 years now. And buddies, we like Doug and Fran, and they have a very kind of unique and it's their own thing. They got the space, they got the aliens, the rocket ship, the astronaut. That's like their whole brand. And he has a gigantic brush here. It's probably the biggest brush here on the counter. And this has got a retro throwback look. It reminds me of like a rubber set with a two-tone look. But it's got a huge, and this is more of a fan style, it's called. So like the bulb kind of comes up and it kind of has a really low little arc, really big. If you've got a soap here and you're trying to like lather up this huge thing, you're going to make a great lather here. And you're going to whip it up and you're going to just kind of go like that and your entire face is covered. So if you want that easy experience, that really big brush feel in your hand, you're a big man, you got big hands, you should look at this guy. This is called, I think, the Rocket, I'm mistaken. Yes, Atomic Rocket. This is a 26 millimeter knot. So that means if we measure down here at the bottom, it's 26 millimeters. Obviously it gets bigger as it fans out. Really cool brush from these guys. Now, another really cool thing with synthetic overall is they are very affordable compared to badger. You can have a fantastic brush in the $50 range, whereas in badger, you're just getting started. Badger brushes can go even crazier. You can see, $150, $200, $250 badger brush, but the world of synthetic is definitely affordable. On the opposite side, we had to do, Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger here, twins. The opposite side is this little cute guy from Simpsons. We saw a lot of Simpsons brushes. These guys are made in England. This has got the faux ivory handle. This is a classic, and these are handmade in Great Britain. And this is called a platinum fiber. So a lot of the different manufacturers do have their kind of like their little nomenclature for what they're calling their hair. I think this is actually, it may be small, but I can imagine it's mighty just because of how much shorter the shaft is. It's going to kind of give it some more backbone because it just doesn't have as much room to flop around. So you can probably get more of that scrubby feel with this guy. A little bit closer. Little guy. The classic Simpsons. And it comes with a little travel tube. So that's pretty cool. Now, this is the one I was talking about. I was specifically sent one of these brushes by Caleb of Aylesworth because he had heard me say that, you know, there's no way that a synthetic can compare to a Badger for the, you know, the feel of it. And he sent this to me as as a test. But this does have, I think this is the GT5 or G5X, G5T, I forgot. There's some little abbreviation for the what knot this is called. It is very dense. So that means the amount of hairs or fibers are putting into the same area. They're really packing it in. And the shape of it's more of a bulb, like a light bulb shape, it's called. And both those, and then even the height. All right, so we got, you know, the diameter, we got the height, we got the shape. This definitely gets in the range, the realm of a Badger. And I was really impressed with it. So it's a shameless plug for my buddy Caleb over at Aylesworth Razors. And I really do like this. I actually have one at home now. So yeah, he made a liar out of me. Very nice brush. In that same kind of idea of something bigger and stouter, we have the Fine Accoutrements, formerly known as Fine Accoutrements. We just got an email. They're now just called Fine. So Fine has their stout shaving brush. It features their miraculous angel hair fibers, which provides all the comfort and performance of the highest grade of Badger, but at a fraction of the price. So that's their nomenclature. They're calling it angel hair. And again, it's a bulb shape, pretty short. And this does feel like this actually has a pretty good amount of backbone. We may have to come in here and do like a synthetic shootout. If you want to see a synthetic shootout, tell me in the comments below to come in here and shoot them all out. That's pretty nice. I like this stout hand. It's 24 millimeter, and it's not too long of a shaft, and it's got the bulb shape. It's more of my favorite, so I like it. Now for something different, this is Semogue. Semogue is out of Portugal, and Semogue here has been making brushes of all types since like 1955, so like they're a classic. Now this is a different style of the shape. This is more like back to that fan kind of look. So it's kind of really tall and then a really short little arc to the hair, or the fibers as they're called. I don't know if they have their own little nomenclature, what they're calling it. I don't think so. But this is the Pegasus C7. And this is in a tortoiseshell look. Really nice overall. Good size. I'd probably call that it looks like a 24 maybe. Yeah, millimeter. But I like how tall it is. You know, reminds me of myself. But has a good shape, good feel, good amount of hair. Okay, you have to have at least one shameless plug. So we'll have our Razor Emporium. Our Razor Emporium brush. I think this is around like $30, so it's not too expensive. It's got a logo on the bottom, so you can be a fanboy and have one of these at home. And we even had this custom color. Look at that. It's got like blue and gold, like a marbling. It's really beautiful. It's because our colors are blue and gold. So, and it's got a pretty standard synthetic knot in it. You know, it's soft, feels like an angel touching your face, you know, and it can whip up a great lather. That's the thing. These guys will make a fantastic lather. It's just more of your experience using them may be different than if you're expecting that scrubby feel. I also would say if you are someone who is prone to ingrown hairs, you may want to look at a Boar brush. This is definitely for someone who's got really regular skin, has an easy time shaving, and maybe wants that super, super soft feel. Very luxurious feel. And last but not least, these guys over at Omega don't cut any corners. Get it? Because it's square? I know. So cheesy. This is part of their new series called Elite Pro Grip, because the last thing you want when you're lathering up is to slip and lose a grip. So they got this square shape with some grip on it. The Elite Pro Grip and this is I mean, I can already tell this is a super dense knot. Very dense. They've packed a lot in there. And it actually does. I will say it's almost going to beat out the Aylesworth for the backbone. Maybe a slight advantage of this guy. This is pretty full. I like that. Some good bone there. So yeah, You may or may not like the specific, handle. They have different options out there. But, again, the hair is what counts on a brush. That's what you're going for. The handles is kind of like, what looks nice in my bathroom. I do like the shape though. You can't drop that. If you're a shower shaver, this may be a good idea for you. A lot harder to drop. That's what I got in synthetic. Again, I wanted to put my bias at the beginning of it because I'm someone who, if I'm not like super fired up about something and it's not authentic, it comes across. I want you guys to know that I love synthetics for the industry. It has gotten so many people into it. And maybe there are some badgers out there that are happy about it too. Happy little badgers are saying, yeah, don't use my hair. But they're a fantastic choice. They're really budget friendly. They're great for beginners, or if you don't know if you want the badger thing. I will say, if you get a badger brush and you get it wet for the first time, it stinks. It stinks like a wet dog. And maybe you're like, ugh, I don't want that. Or maybe you're vegan or vegetarian and the idea of using animal products bothers you. Synthetic is a wonderful choice. We have lots of options. I grabbed these because they're some of the most popular we sell. I want to hear from you guys though. If there's a synthetic brush that's either on the counter that I should use, tell me below. If it's not on our website, Matt, tell me what I should carry. What should we be selling if it's not one of these? We want to hear from you guys. Please leave a comment. And that's all I got. We'll have to bring these back. I'm really thinking like we'll do another video where we do a synthetic shootout where we actually use them and really put them to the test. So if you want to see that, comment down below, synthetic shootout. That's all I got, guys. Please share this video with someone who needs to see it. Like this video if you haven't already done so. Subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time at Razor Emporium for all things vintage shaving.